Welcome to Legal Aid. I hear you're having some problems with your landlord.
Yeah, the jerk won't fix the problems in my apartment. The furnace doesn't work, I've got roaches all over the place, and the bathtub has a bad drip. I've called the guy 3 or 4 times. He just laughs it off. I'm not paying that jerk any more rent.
Are you current in your rent?
Yes. But rent is due again in 2 weeks.
Have you asked him to make the repairs in writing?
In writing? No. Just on the phone and when I run into him when I pay rent or whatever.
Okay, in Ohio, when a landlord is not making repairs, the tenant needs to keep paying rent and write the landlord a letter asking that the repairs be made. You need a written record of your request for repairs.
That's kind of a hassle.
I know, but just do it. You need to write him a letter and ask that he make the repairs in writing. Then you are going to keep a photocopy of the letter and send the letter with a certificate of mailing.
Okay, so I write a letter, keep a photocopy, and send it some way where I can prove I mailed it.
You got it.
What should I say in the letter?
Keep it polite and to the point. A judge may have to read it. Make it clear that it is from you and to your landlord. Put your name and address on top. Then put the landlord's name and address and put the date on there. Then just write, "Dear Mr. Landlord, please fix the furnace, the roach problem, and the bathtub drip." Then sign it and make a photocopy, and take it to the post office.
Okay, so I write the landlord a letter and get some delivery confirmation and I have kept a photocopy. Now what?
Now you have to wait a reasonable amount of time to let the landlord make the repairs.
What's a reasonable amount of time?
Well, for a broken furnace in the winter, a reasonable amount of time is extremely short, maybe 1 day. But for a leaky bathtub faucet, maybe a week.
Okay. But what if he still doesn't fix anything, even after I sent the letter and wait a reasonable time?
Then you can do rent escrow. Or you can write another letter to the landlord and tell him you are terminating the lease if you want.
I want to stay at the apartment.
In that case, you want to do rent escrow.
Tell me how to do rent escrow.
Sure. What you do is take the photocopy of your letter to municipal court clerk's office and tell the clerk, "I want to escrow my rent."
I have to go where?
Your local municipal court. They are the court that does evictions and handles minor criminal matters. Stuff like that.
Okay, I got it. So I take my photocopy of the letter to the clerk's office of the municipal court.
Right. And tell the clerk I want to start a rent escrow account.
Do I start paying my rent money to the court?
Yes. Once the clerk has set up a rent escrow account, then you start paying your rent to court every month. The landlord will not get the rent money until he has made those repairs you requested.
Okay, so just to recap, I first write a letter to my landlord requesting repairs and keep a photocopy.
Yes.
Then I wait a reasonable time for repairs.
Yes.
Then I go to municipal court and show them the letter and they will start a rent escrow account.
Bingo. Remember, you have to be current in rent to use this process.
Okay. One more question. Can I ask the court that my rent amount be reduced?
You mean ask the court to reduce your monthly rent because you are being forced to live with the bad conditions?
Yes. I mean, I have no heat. Roaches. I shouldn't have to pay full rent when my family is living with these conditions.
You're right. You can also ask the court to reduce the amount of rent you pay each month due to the bad conditions. We can give you some forms that you can fill out and file with the court for this.
Okay, thanks. Well, I better get going. I need to write that letter and get the process started.
Good luck.